and I think it's going. Oh, okay, here we go. You want to go ahead and start that one? Can we start it? We'll do both. Is it ready to go? Okay, it's going. Okay, so here we go. You guys ready? We'll see how this works. Hello, strange friends. Hello, COVID friends. I hope this works. So the first problem we're doing looks like this. -2 and 4. -2 and 4 and -1. Is it still going? Okay. So here's what. What we're going to do is this. We're going to take our answers. We're going to put them in the parentheses. We're going to claw it out. Now, these are a little tedious. So we're going to do one like this one, because this is the yucky long one. Then we're going to learn a nice, better shortcut, okay? So hang with me on the yucky long one. Are you guys ready? So the first thing we need to do is put them in the parentheses. Are you guys ready? So remember, when they go in the parentheses, they go in backwards. So is everybody ready? It's not going to be x minus 2. It will be x plus 2. And it won't be x plus 4. It will be x minus 4. And it won't be minus 1. It's going to be plus 1. Okay, everybody cool with that? So now what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do some claw. I know, we're only going to do one of these long ones. And then after that, they're short. So you can't make that noise yet. Can't make that else noise. So here we go. Let's start with these two guys. So I'm going to say x plus 2, x minus 4. So here's the deal. You probably learned this stuff as FOIL. First, inner, outer, last. I hate the word FOIL. It just bugs me. So watch when I do it. It makes a really pretty claw. You'll see. So it's sad that I get so excited about this. So I'll do it in red so she sees the claw. So we're going to go x to x, x squared, x to -4, -4x, 2 to x, and 2 to -4. Do you see it? Do you see the claw? Okay. So here we go. Let's clean this baby up a little bit. And what we're going to get when we clean it up is x squared minus 2x minus 8. Everybody good? No one's confused. Yes? Yeah.
Why do we leave the x plus 1?
We got to do that now. How many of these are we doing on the homework like this? One. We're doing one like this. So now we have to do super claw. Because we've done this guy. We've done this guy. Now we need to work in this guy. So we're going to do it one more time. And it's going to look like this. X plus 1. Ooh, let's see if this will work. Okay. So we're going to super claw. And we're going to be nice and careful. And then we're going to combine our like terms. So here we go. Super claw. I'll do it in green. It'll be beautiful. X times x squared is x to the third. X times -2x is -2x squared. X times -8 is -8x. Is this a pain? Sure. We do one of these tonight. Now we're going to do this guy. 1 times x squared is 1x squared. 1 times -2 is -2x. And finally, 1 times -8 is -8. We have one last thing to do, and that's to combine everything that has the matching last name. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find anything that has an x to the third in it. And it looks like I just have this guy. So I am going to write him down as x to the third, and he's done. Now I'm going to find anything with an x squared in it. So this has an x squared, and this has an x squared. So I have -2 and +1 is going to end up being -1x squared. So far, so good. Now let's find anything with just a plain old x in it. Ooh, that's pretty. -8 and -2 is going to come out to be negative 10x. And finally, that sad little negative 8 is at the end. Here you go. Is it hard? No. Is it a pain in the ass? Oh, sorry. Is it a pain in the butt? A little bit. So we have one of these tonight. We have one like this. Question should ask. Yeah? Okay. Let's take a look now at number 2 or number 3. Number 3, you're going to like a lot. Number 3, you're going to like a lot. So here comes number 3. Number 3 looks like this. 5, negative 4, and 0. Now, if you remember, the way we would get 0 is if we would suck an x out of everyone. So here's what I'm going to tell you. You love zeros, and we deal with them at the very end. So which one? Okay, or else, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. So let's start with these first 2 guys. Let's do the claw, a baby claw, a nice easy claw, nothing scary. Just remember, it goes in opposite like this, and it goes in opposite like this. Could you do me a favor with your neighbors? Could you claw that for me real quick? And we're not going to super claw on this one. We're done with super claw. We only have one super claw on the whole thing. It's a pain. No one likes it. I am not rushing you, but when you do get an answer, will you mind seeing if your neighbor got the same answer? So here's what. When I clean it up, I got x squared minus 1x minus 20. Here's what's nice. When we want to deal with the 0, it's super, super easy. All we have to do is give this guy 1 more x, and give this guy 1 more x, and give this guy who doesn't have any an x. That's all you have to do. Because remember, what we would be doing is vacuuming that out. That's what gives us 0. So here's what's kind of interesting. If you had had 2 zeros, you would have given this guy 2 more x's. You were absolutely right. This at this point would have changed to 4, and this guy would have changed to 3, and this guy would have changed to 2. So whenever we have a problem with a 0 in it, we're like, yay, because it's easy. It's really easy. Okay, the last one we're going to do is the trickiest, but it's got a really cool shortcut. So what I want you to do is I'm going to have you put your pencils down, watch me do it the long way once, and then we're going to do it the shortcut way. Is everybody cool with that? Okay, here we go. The last problem that we're going to do, we might do 1 or 2 of these. We're doing number 4, and number 4 looks like this. 4 and root 7. Now, here's why my teaching partner told me I needed to make certain I taught these, because these are the ones that show up on the SAT or the ACT, and here's why. Do you remember every problem we've done when I said, oh, we got a square root answer, they always came in pairs. So not only did I get root 7, I would get another answer as well. What would the other answer be? Negative root 7. Those are called conjugates, and it happens every time. So they try to trick you into thinking that there's just 3 answers, and there never is if you get a square root. There is always a hidden one, and you have to deal with it. But the good news is there's a cool shortcut. Now you're going to watch me do the long way, because if I just showed it to you, you'd be like, where the hell did you get that from? But then you will see the shortcut and be like, oh, I'm going to use the shortcut. So I'm going to start doing this first. Is everyone cool with what I am doing right here? I'm just putting it in its parentheses. Everybody's good with that, right? No one's like, where did that come from? Okay. I'm going to claw this, and you're going to see a little bit of gypsy magic happen. So watch what happens. X times x is x squared. X times 7 is going to be root 7x. Everybody good? Okay. We're going to go to this guy. Negative root 7x. And finally, negative 49. Now watch what happens. The first thing that's cool is this. Do you see these two guys? They're going to cancel out, aren't they? One is plus and one is minus. So they are going to disappear every single time. This guy goes away and this guy goes away. The last thing I want to tell you is every time you do it, these two guys are like twins. What is the square root of 49?
7.
It's 7. It is a jailbreak. So what we're going to get every single time we have twins like two square roots, our parenthesis answer will be x squared, because that happens. It will always be a minus, and then it will be this guy freed from jail every single time, right? You can do it the long way by clawing it, or you can start to learn the shortcut.
How do
Yes.
you know that it's negative 7?
Because roots negative and a positive made negative root 49. So the negative stuck with it. Do you see how this is negative right here?
Would it have to be a positive for it to...
No,
Ooh.
positive would be I.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yes, and we do that tomorrow. We do that tomorrow.
Because I squared.
Yeah, you're right.
Negative 1.
Thanks, guys.
Yes.
So every time that has a root number, for the answer it's always going to be the same number but with a negative.
Exactly. Because think about it. Watch this. If I was going to get my answer out of this, I would go 7 square root negative square root. Does that make sense? So if that's my answer, this is the parenthesis that matches with it. Now, just what you said, I got to deal with this guy too. So here we go. We're going to say, oh, it's 4. So it's going to be this. Get your pencils ready. X minus 4. This is the only clawing that we have to do. That's my point. We don't have to do super claw. We're going to have to claw on this one, but it's really, really easy. If you put the x squared guy first, it claws out really nicely. So watch what happens when we claw it. X squared times x is x to the 3rd. X squared times negative 4 is negative 4x squared. Negative 7 times x is negative 7x. And negative and a negative is a positive 28. And take a look at that. There's no combining. There's no nothing. We're done. Does that make sense? So here's what I want to do before I wrap up. I want to ask you this. If you got root 31 and negative root 31, can someone tell me what his parentheses would be without doing any work? So could you maybe whisper it or talk to your neighbor to see if you guys could figure out without doing any? This is the shortcut. I just want to make sure you got the shortcut down.
Does anything go to 31?
Nothing goes into 31.
Okay, so then it's just
That's it. That's it. X squared minus 31. Because think about it. If I was going forward, I'd take 31 and put in the square root. Does that make sense? Is everybody cool with that?
Say it was like a square root that something could go into, like you could simplify it. Would you do that first?
Yeah, but on that pre-calc. So, I'm going to stop.
Yeah.